Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a really quick one. So for a while now, for PvP, I'm kind of at a place where I'm in Hell Arena at a level that's going to pretty much always require me to have 4 teams. Now, my teams have primarily, I don't know why I had to claim that reward as I'm making a video. That seems kind of stupid. But anyways, the teams I've been using is, I've been using my assassins to just annihilate tanks, because usually you're going to see tanks, summoners, and assassins on defense. And then I use my summoners on Caraxia assassins, or just any assassins. That seems to work well. Sometimes I have an issue against really good Caraxia teams, but I use my assassins against tanks, I use my summoners against assassins, and then I use my tanks against, say, if they have like an energy or a Vanguard or something like that, or whatever other team. But then they usually always have summoners. And to date, I've been using hunters on the summoners, which has worked well. Maybe if you guys want to see footage of hunters beating high-end summoner teams, say so down in the comment section below. I can definitely show you one of those fights. But it's not as reliable when I'm getting really stiff competition. But so with the introduction of Purin into the game from the collab event, I have been able to find a almost 100% counter to a maxed summoner team, and that's the footage I'm going to show you guys today. So this guy right here, Bad Juju, he is always in my summon arena. I think he was actually. Let's go back and look. Let's go look. I think we can look at this guy. We can look at this guy because this account is on the same account as my main account, because I was dumb when I did that. Summon arena. There he is. He got second in Summon Arena. This is Bad Juju. If we go look, so let's look at him versus the semifinals. So he used tanks, summoners, and vanguards, because you only get 3 teams, right? And look at that summoner team. That is a stacked summoner team. Mortal 5, Mortal 5, Mortal 5, Mortal 5, Mortal 5. 7.4 million combat power, maxed out prototypes. This is the big boy. So me using my hunters. Let's see. I don't think I used hunters. No, I didn't use hunters. I just used assassins, tanks, and summoners. So it's only in Hell Arena when you got to use 4 that you really got to dive deep into the bag of tricks, your tickle trunk, and pull out that other win. And summoners is a little bit of a hard spot in that regard, because the hunters work. My hunters work, but they're not 100%. I'd say they're about 70%. So that's not good enough in Hell Arena. I didn't make the Hell Arena bracket this last week because I dropped some fights, and that really motivated me to try to figure that out, because really that's the only one that's in my control. Yes, sometimes I use tanks versus summoners, but then if they have like energy, then I got to use tanks on energy. So I had to come up with something to go against the summoner team, because otherwise it's just your tanks, and then you're gonna have to use hunters against hunters or hunters against energy. You know what I mean? It's a weird quadruple thing. Whatever. Quartet. It's a quartet of shuffling. So Bad Juju, he's on my friends list, so I can test against him, and he has summoners as his defense team in Arena. That's how this works. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the game, if you're new to EE, you want to find really good people that are at your level to have as friends, because that's going to give you things to test against. Now, unfortunately, the majority of my my friends list is tanks and assassins. There's a few different things here and there, but Bad Juju, I think, is my only guy that has maxed out summoners, as we already saw. So let's check out this footage. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Okay, so things to note. And I'm going to get rid of my head here so you can see the damage meter. 6.1 versus 7.3. Now, as I said in Hell Arena, I would be using normally, or I have been using normally, hunters to beat this. What you got to make sure, the problem is he's got Ampu in the middle, And what people do is they will run, say, like Sif in the middle too. So then when I use my hunters, I have to make sure that I have my Miranda on the opposite side of their Ampu. Otherwise, Ampu's stun will catch my Miranda. So I kind of watch that and juggle that. So this is ideal because he's right in the middle. He's going to stun everyone in the middle row too with his Ampu. So my hunters wouldn't work on this because Miranda would get stunned. Right? It might work, but probably more than likely it wouldn't work. But yeah, 7.3 versus 6.1. So I do have Ares in the Oracle build. Check out my spreadsheet that's linked in the description if you want to know exactly how that is. I think I might go through the gear really quickly in this video. But the key is Miranda, which is going to buff up the attack of Ares and Barog. Wow, brain fart. And then you got Purin, who is going to basically manipulate all of their damage reduction, gonna lower it, and he's gonna increase the damage of all of my Vanguards. Since these two are gonna get, or I think it's Ares is gonna be the recipient of her first common ability that ramps up energy. Not gonna work on Ares. Ares is a rage-based Vanguard, but you see 120, 120, 120, and my supports are 240 because if you've seen my other videos on Hyper Evolution, I'd never, ever, ever recommend Hyper Evolving a support before you're attacking characters because supports can pretty much do everything they can do without Hyper Evolution. Heal a little bit more, but really these two are like marginal healers. They're not doing a whole lot of direct healing. So I'm going to get rid of my head now so that you guys can see the damage meter because I know I've done that before and people are like, dude, get your freaking big old meat melon out of the screen. We can't see the stats. So there you go. Do note, he does have a level 60 Enlighten now. He had a level, I think he had a little level 50 when we looked at him in Summon Arena, but I also have a level 60 Hagridon. And I think I even show you the levels of all my prototypes. Now, the reason why I'm using Flashpoint here instead of a better prototype is because in Hell Arena, those better 2 healing prototypes are on other teams. Right? Okay? So this is my Hell Arena team, and this is going to be the team that I'm using to counter Summoners. So here, because if it works on Bad Juju, it's going to work on any other Summoner team I can find because this guy knows his Summoners. So let's run through the team. Charge and whatever that is, Blessed for damage reduction boots. And then I think these guys, it's HP hands, HP head. That's the Oracle build. Again, HP hands, HP head, damage reduction boots. Resonant, because you really want to get that first ultimate out there quick. And then Herald and Hawkeye for bigger shields, even though Miranda's really just here. And here's my, it's a decent commander, but it's really only benefiting Leo and Barog. But I do have the frontline attack and health stats, which definitely help Vanguards. Here's all my prototypes. Almost maxed out. And of course Flashpoint. I don't know why I showed Flashpoint. But yeah, Miranda, she's really just there to get the injections out. Because if they die, I want them to come back and do more bad things. Let's turn that down. Because that's going to overpower my voice. So it's in 1x speed. Because I want you guys to see what happens here. So Barog stole Sorvely. Did bring her to the back. But then punched her back forward. And then Ares comes in. Boom. Sorvely is dead. Sorvely was just the brunt of an Ares headbutt. And yeah, there goes Ampu. Boom. He does stun all my Vanguard. But since Ares is rage-based, he's going to get mad. And he's going to start flying. Leo. I'm going to say this. Leo, everyone likes to poop on Leo. Everyone's like, Leo sucks. You know what Leo's really good at? Disruption. Leo is going to sit here and he's going to move through their ranks. He's going to draw fire. Plus, he's going to die, and then we're going to do it all over again. He's going to draw their fire again. He's not doing a whole lot of damage, as you see on the damage meter, but damn is he a good distraction and a disruptor. Because I am running Impulse of Annihilation, he's also going to be stunning people, right? So I like Leo still on this team. I think he lives long enough to be a disruptor and a distractor, and that, damn it, that's what he's good for. So Sorvely's dead. They're not getting any more healing other than the ruling ring. Sif is almost dead. You see, who's that? That's Leo right by my Sif. Whack, whack, whack. Leo's going to go right into Sif. And Leo kills Sif. Bye, baby, bye. And then you see Ares comes in there, smacks Ampu really hard, and Leo finishes Ampu off. Way to go, boys. Thing of beauty. Do I show the stats here? I do. Okay, let's pause this here. Here's some stats. Let's go over these juicy numbers. So, Barog is the man, the myth, the legend, doing the majority of the damage. He is Immortal 5, though, and he gets all that juicy PvP stats from being Immo 5. Ares, only MO2. I chickened out, couldn't unleash my horde on the giant tower. I got 4 copies of him. I got him up to MO2. That seems to do just fine for what I want him for. Leo, MO5, doesn't matter. But you see, Leo did eventually, it looks like, if you're looking at these damage numbers, it looks like he kind of caught up. He kind of caught up, 75, 65, 40. Not bad. He basically 3 attackers versus 5. Let's go back. And let's watch that again. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Okay. Let's watch that again, because that was awesome. Like, did they ever come close to dying? So there's the shield up. You know, they're taking the brunt of all these summons, because they did get stunned off the bat by Gobo and Doragon. But now they're rolling. Now they're rolling. Oh, I love Ares in this. Look at him. He just rips people in here. Who is that in the middle? That's Dan. He just dragged Dan right back to the middle, and Dan is dead. Sorv is dead. It's the fight is only 15 seconds in, and Sorv and Dan are gone. Now, really, it's just the cleanup of Doralee, Sif, and Anpu. Anpu's hiding in the back like a coward, but don't worry, we'll get to him later. Because both Ares and Leo can move all the way back here very, very well. But yeah, Sif and Dan are just dead. I love how Ares just pops up, drags somebody back. Come here, get over here. Right? And like, you know, what's Gobo doing? He's pounding, like Gobo's pounding on Leo. Right? Just whack, whack, whack. But then, you know, Purin pops her ultimate and boom, bye Sif. Bye, Sif. And then bye, Anpu. Bye-bye. So here's the... Well, I wanted to stop the damage meter. Ta-da. All right, they're all dead. You see Doragon's almost dead. Yeah, not too bad. You know, Leo, for being so poop, as the community's liking to crap on him lately, didn't do too shabby, did he? That's right. That is right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just had to show you this because this is awesome. Now, prior to this... let me pull my head in here. Let me pull my head back in here. My big old meat block. So prior to Purin, I was putting in Mazrani in here because I didn't have her at X30 Immortal. Mazrani just for more heals, but Mazrani in the back you weren't benefiting from his attack buffs, although he did do I think is it 20%? I don't know. He gives an attack buff to the whole team, but Purin, if you saw my deep dive, Purin lowers the enemy's damage reduction by 20 and raises your ally's attack by 20. So basically, it's like adding a 40% damage spread or a damage boost onto your team. And Purin will also stun the highest attack hero. Now, I don't know if we could see that in that footage, but that obviously comes into play because with Mazrani, this counter was about 75% viable, which means basically almost a coin flip between this and the Hunter one, right? Of which would work. Actually, I don't know if my Hunters would take on Bad Juju because in Hell Arena, I don't think I know I've come up against summoners this good, but I've probably lost against them. Whereas this, I ran this 11 times and lost once. And I don't know how I lost that one time because I just kept hitting autocomplete, like fast forward. Don't know how because you see in the footage right now is like the summoners never touched my supports. My heroes are pretty much at full health. Like there's they are nowhere close to dying. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be my hard. I'm going to call it a hard counter because I won 10 out of 11. One fluke. So this is my hard counter to summoners because any team can have a fluke against any team once. So I'm going to call this 100% counter to maxed out summoners. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video, PvP video. I don't know. We'll see how people like it. A lot of people don't like PvP, and I totally understand that, but this is for you folks who do. So catch you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, cheers, peace. Bye-bye.